So the Silent Hill 2 remake just dropped around like 4 months ago, and I wanted to take some time to list off some reasons why I think the remake will be great. Well, first and most obvious, Akira Yamaoka, I think that's how you pronounce that, is returning as the composer of Silent Hill 2. And the father of Pyramid Head, Masahiro Ito, is also going to be working on this game. So with that in mind, I'd say that the game's soundtrack is going to sound just as good, if not almost. Plus, the creatures are going to look basically the same. Alright, so another reason why I think this game will be, pretty good is, well, I just want to go ahead and get this out the way. I'm pretty sure, judging by the trailer, that it's going to be almost a one-to-one carbon copy of... Why did I say carbon? That doesn't matter. Anyways, exact copy of the original game. I could be wrong, because the game's not even out yet, but judging off of the trailer, that seems to be the direction it's headed. Especially with that Pyramid Head scene, dude. That was almost one-to-one. Just looks a lot better. That's about it. Depending on who you ask, really. Okay, I'm gonna get on a complete nerd tangent here for a second, but tank controls, right? I bet you there's gonna be people who are going to not like this game because it doesn't have tank controls. I personally don't care whether it has tank controls or not. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't, because it makes some boss fights hard. Like the one you're seeing on screen right now. Jesus Christ, this was not fun. But, other than that, yeah, I'm all for tank control in horror games, right? I think sometimes they can enhance the experience, but just nobody really likes them. They're not fun to control most of the time. Most of the time they're pretty clunky, and it can make certain games, Resident Evil, a lot more difficult. So I see why they were phased out. Plus, why would you not use the joystick? There's just no reason why not to use that. Alright, well, on to my last thing now.
I know what you are.
My final point is that, well, I'm pretty sure that it's gonna stay faithful to the source material and not drastically change things like Downpour and Homecoming changed about, rules in the universe and story. Even though sometimes those have been broken before, like in the second game. But other than that, I just think that sometimes people need to get over the fact that a game is being remade. Yes, it's probably being remade with the Pyramid Head, how successful he is. But I don't care. Because with the original, some of the original team, Silent, being back, I believe that this game is going to stay true to what Silent Hill 2, is. Story-wise and gameplay-wise. I could be completely wrong about all of this, and if I am, well then this will age like milk. But, if I'm not, then cool. Okay, so I want to take the final few minutes of this video to just kinda, talk about why I love Silent Hill. First and most obvious has gotta be the soundtrack. I mean, like, what's been playing in the background of this video the whole time? It's all been Silent Hill music. I also like how the game manages to be scary without heavily relying on jump scares and stuff like that. It relies on the actual lore of certain monsters, like, for example, the Abstract Daddy. That is terrifying for a number of reasons, rather than it just being the design of the monster. Like, let's say, circling back on Resident Evil, the scariest monster in that game is probably gonna have to go to the Las Plagas in RE4, but to each their own, I guess. Some would say Nemesis, some would say others. I'm getting sidetracked again. Anyways, I'm just very happy that the game manages to be scary without relying too much on that. the whole reason why I made this was so I could, just spread some positivity about how that not all remakes are bad necessarily, and you shouldn't go dogging on one as soon as one gets announced. Every game has potential, even the worst of the worst, like Sonic 06. Although that one doesn't really count because everybody knows it had potential. What about Ninja Breadman? Yeah, let's talk about Ninja Breadman. Even that horrible shovelware game could have had potential if it just had passion. And from what I'm seeing so far from the Silent Hill 2 Remake's trailer, is that the game has passion. So, with that in mind, I really just think that this will be a faithful remake. Now that all my points are over with, I just want to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a little bit.